For transparency, I'll be reading from a prepared script. This is to protect myself, make sure I keep to the facts and stay within a legal framework. I didn't expect to ever make a video like this, but after months of unpaid wages, being signed off sick due to stress and my employment ending, I feel it is important to share what happened, calmly, factually, and with evidence where appropriate. This is my experience. I worked for Find My Man and Van Limited. I started working for the company in August 2023. The company recorded my employment as having ended on the 31st of July 2025. However, my actual last day of employment was the 20th of February 2026, which is confirmed in my redundancy letter. Around June 2025, I became aware that the company was experiencing financial difficulties. This became apparent when wages began to be paid approximately 1 week late. By November 2025, wage payments became increasingly delayed and were no longer paid in full at once. For example, an initial payment of £1,000 would be made, and then the remaining balance would be split into 2 or 3 further payments spread across the rest of the month. My payday was always the first of the month for the previous month's work. On the 1st of December 2025, I received no payment. I later received a partial payment, but as of today, I have still not been paid in full for the work I carried out in November. On the 1st of January 2026, I received no pay at all. As of today, I have still not been paid for the work I completed in December. During this same period, I also stopped receiving official payslips. I have not received HMRC issued payslips since July 2025. I did, however, receive documents covering July through September 2025, which appeared to be payslips produced in-house rather than official payroll documents. I am describing them as they appeared to me, not making any determination about their status. In addition, I received regular monthly communications from my pension provider, confirming that no pension contributions had been received on my behalf since at least July 2025. I'm not showing documentation relating to payslips or pension correspondence here, as these contain sensitive personal and financial information. Due to the cumulative stress of the situation and ongoing financial issues within the company, I was eventually signed off sick. A significant part of the stress came from handling daily calls from the drivers who were owed payment, in some cases for work carried out months earlier. These calls were often from drivers asking when they could expect to receive their money, to which the only response we could give was as soon as possible. At least once a day, and often more frequently, drivers would explain how their non-payment was affecting them personally and financially. Many were understandably stressed, and frequently the calls were angry. At times there was shouting and sometimes swearing. This occurred regularly, often daily, with a minimum of every other day. Alongside the driver calls, customers also began contacting the company regarding refunds that were due for various reasons and had not been paid for weeks. This was a newer issue, and while customers were generally not angry, these calls added further pressure. As the situation continued, I struggled to cope with the volume and emotional weight of these conversations and found myself crying on a daily basis. I was signed off sick from the 2nd of January 2026. I confirmed with the company that I did not need to apply for statutory sick pay, as I was told the company would pay it directly. However, on the 1st of February 2026, no payment was received, neither outstanding wages nor sick pay. To address my own non-payment, I have opened a case with ACUS, who are now handling my situation. I believe there may be a number of subcontractors who remain unpaid, and I am also aware that some customers may still be awaiting refunds. From what I personally observed, subcontractors were pursuing payment individually. In my opinion, if subcontractors acted collectively, they might have a stronger chance of resolving their claims. After I had been notified of redundancy, I later received an email asking me to sign a confidentiality agreement. This request was sent just under 3 weeks before my final date of employment. I'm showing this email only to demonstrate the timing of that request. I have redacted email addresses and personal contact details in all documents shown to respect privacy and align with data protection expectations. This email confirms the amount currently owed to me. The reason I'm making this video is to raise awareness. To drivers, I want to be clear that non-payment was not targeted or selective. From what I observed, it was happening across the board and no one was being singled out. To customers, this video is simply to make people aware of the situation so they can make an informed decision. And finally, from my own perspective, I did not feel that I was able to approach the company to discuss these issues openly. I did not feel listened to, and more importantly, I did not feel supported during this period. If you wish to learn more about the company, their official website is publicly available online. This video reflects my personal experience and understanding of events.